Hey, Carm3D on the tube here, and I'm working on this project, and I thought I would share this little technique with you. Technique or a trick or a super surprise action. I don't know what you want to call it, but anyway, this is especially helpful if you're working on vehicles, but you can apply it to other things as well. I'm working on this cargo van here, and let's see, I'm going to go to this layer here. This is where I'm working on it. And so what I want to do is I added another cross section here. Let me turn off the subdivision. And I move some points around. Now I want to make sure that this is a nice sweeping curve from this point up into the center. But it's not always that easy to tell when you get such a shallow curve, such a shallow slope. So here's what you do. You can go over here. You choose your mode to Action Center Origin. Okay, and then you hit your scale button, pull up the properties for scale. I'm sorry, not scale, stretch. And I'm going to set my horizontal factor to 100% and the vertical factor to, you know what, maybe I shouldn't do this in a perspective mode. I don't know how that's going to work. So I go to my front view or back view. Alright. 400%. Apply. Okay. So now I have just scaled this 4 times its original height. The width is the same, the length is the same, but the height is 4 times. So now I can get a much clearer view of what I should do here. So I'm going to select these points. And when you're doing this, it's probably best, but not required, probably best to restrict your movements only in the up and down motion because it's a distorted view of how things are. So I'm going to use my Rove tool as soon as I can find it. There. And do a little more tweaking, and then I'll put it back where it went, and you'll see how this is helpful. This is also very useful in Silo too. You don't need to access the Rove tool because everything you select gets its own axis, which is nice. And another benefit in Silo is you can actually reorient your object's axis and point it in any direction you want and then scale along that axis. So it gives you a little more flexibility there. I did start this model in Silo, but I brought it over to Lightwave because it is a little more feature rich in certain areas for doing this kind of stuff. Just about done here. Okay, and now that that's done, I'm going to go back to my back view, scale, and of course last time I did 400%, so this time I'm going to do 25%. Now everything's back to where it was. Sorry, I just had to fix that. And now I know everything is perfectly smooth. And I'm ready to move on to the next issue. There. Ta-da! Alright, I'll see you next video.